Well, good morning. As you can see, we're in Famara. It's Thursday morning. The island is on the cusp of a big heat wave, which is, it's arrived really, but it's due to get much stronger this afternoon and rising from the low 30s, which it is now, to the high 30s by Saturday. And we quite often get an interesting weather phenomenon over this side of the island when it's extremely hot. So I thought I'd do a bit of filming for you today in Famara. And you can see that there's dust in the air. That's sand which blows across from Morocco onto Famara beach and then is blown from the beach all the way up through the area where you can see the cars there, creating the hable, or the desert of Lanzarote. The other thing we get quite often is this wonderful effect with the clouds on the Famara cliffs, because the cloud sort of flows downhill. And I'm going to try and zoom that for you so you can see it a bit better. There we go. It's a stunning effect that we get. And while we're here, I'll just show you the famous Norwegian bungalows, which are here. They're all semicircular shaped. They go up the hill. And they pretty much all have a sea view because of the way they're designed going up the hill like that. So-called Norwegian bungalows because they were built by a bunch of Norwegians who bought this plot of land I think they bought the land in the 60s, but from memory these were built sometime in the 1980s. And they're really quite sought after. They don't come onto the market often, but when they do, they tend to get snapped up. And they nestle underneath the cliffs. So let's head down towards the beach and see what's going on down there. Now from down here you can see these big sand drifts that flow across the road, and you'll see some more in a moment. The secret with these, if you're ever down here and you see them on the road, is to treat them a bit like a snowdrift. Light throttle, don't spin your wheels up or you will get stuck. And just sort of move gently through them until you're out the other side and the tyres have a decent grip. You can see how much sand is blowing across the road ahead of us there. And then once it gets across the road, it goes up and forms the dunes there. So my legs are being whipped by the sand now. It's quite painful actually. Lots and lots of surfers in today. It's what they would call a messy day. The waves are okay, but they're a little bit messy and, you know, not clear and distinct. Right, I'm going to head back for the car. You do get some incredible effects with this sand. You can see it's coming through the gap in the wall there. It's sweeping around here, and then a little vortex is created, which in turn dumps it on that pile at the side of the road there. Now before we drop down out of the bungalow area, I wanted to stop at Dunas. This is Restaurante Dunas. You can't see it from here, but it has an absolutely fabulous terrace at the front with an amazing sea view. It's the first turning on the left as you drive into the bungalows that you can take. So just take it and you'll arrive at Dunas, and next door to it is Lanza Surf. Not on their terrace at the moment because they're closed, but this is the view that you get from there. Right down onto the beach at Famara and across into the town, La Caleta de Famara. We've come into the village now and get a better look at the way the cloud's flowing over the Risco there. We're actually on the terrace of a restaurant called El Risco. And this is owned by the same people who own Dunas, which I showed you up the hill. And they have this view, which of course is fabulous. Great place to come on a Sunday. Bit of a relief to step out of the wind for a minute there. The temperature's been increasing in the time we've been here. It's already 32 degrees. And we'll just take a quick look at the town and see what's going on there. So why visit Famara? Well, two reasons. One, if you're a surfer, definitely come down here. It is a proper surf town. But two, come down for lunch, enjoy the laid-back vibe. Nobody ever wears posh clothes in Famara. Enjoy some of these informal and relatively inexpensive restaurants as well. Place where a lot of Lanzaroteños come on a Sunday for their lunchtime. It's only 12:30 and you can already see all the restaurants are really quite busy here. You might have noticed that the newest hire cars you're spotting on the island at the moment are M-Reg, as is that one. So we changed to M registration a few months ago and they're purely sequential here. So the first one would have been 0001M AA or MBB, I can't remember whether they use A or not. And they just work through all across Spain. So each reg lasts about 2.5 years. We moved from L to M, and then obviously another couple of years' time we'll move to N for November reg. These machines are quite clever. You see them all over the island. They pump concrete. So somebody's either having a pool put into a courtyard or a new patio done. But they're just great. They seem to be able to reach anywhere. A nicely sheltered beach here, which is protected by the harbour wall. As you can see, lots of people swimming in it today. And that does us for Famara. What I'm going to do is stop at the top there and see if I can catch that cloud coming across the other side of the Risco. We'll see what that's like as a wrap up for this video. So for the moment it's bye from Famara. Well, I left it too late. What I'd hoped to show you was the cloud being pushed up from Famara over the cliffs this side into the Valley of Aria. And you get a really interesting effect here where they flow down but they burn off before they hit the valley. As you can see, we've got blue sky now and it's really warm. It's about 34 degrees now. I'm just past Manrique's house. That is the chaos that is parking for Manrique's house at the moment. Bit chaotic down there as I drove past. So there you go, hope you enjoyed that. A lazy cat wandering across the road there. I'm going to call it a day. Apologies for not catching that a little bit earlier. But it's lunchtime now and this afternoon it's expected to get hotter and hotter and hotter. Have a great weekend wherever you are. And bye for now.